welcome to another live stream. I hope everyone is doing well today. Pretty average live stream time. We're not super early, we're not super late, somewhere in between. It's about 5 p.m. my time. While we get comments pulled up, we will wait and see who gets first in chat today. We are going to be discussing what is the rabbit hole. Now, if you are fairly new to this community, you might be a bit confused when we talk about or use the term rabbit hole around here. It's something that it's something that we've done for, I don't know, how long has it been, chat? We've made a habit out of that term for quite some time now. So I figured it would be beneficial, especially to anyone that might be new or new-ish around here, to talk about what exactly is that rabbit hole that we're referring to, how do you fall into it, and how do you stay out of it, and if you are in it, how do you get out of it? So that's what we're going to be talking about today. A stream that's mostly going to be dealing with that second fear that you add mentally with these thoughts and feelings. So that's what we're going to be talking about today. I hope everyone enjoys it. Prince is going to get first in chat today. What's up, dude? Kate, Edward, Mike, Sky, Sanchez. What's up, guys? Bug, what's up, dude? Welcome. We do not have to wait around very long today to get started because we've already got a chat that's filling up, man. We've already got a chat that is filling up. So we might as well go ahead and get started. Wow, chat is already full. Okay, guys, so let's not wait around. What is the rabbit hole? That is what we're going to be talking about today. Now, like I said, if you are new-ish around here, you might be a bit confused when we refer to the rabbit hole. Let's talk about it. So the rabbit hole that we are referring to is where you end up when you are so consumed with compulsive habitual thinking. Now, a lot of people might hear that and say, "Wonder Bro, I've got no choice over the thoughts that go through my head." And I say, yes, that's true, but you do have a choice of the thinking. You do have a choice of the amount of thinking that you add to the thoughts or the amount of thinking that you add to the feelings. It is true that you have little to no say-so over what thoughts come, right? No say-so over what thoughts come. You can be sitting around, minding your own business, boom, intrusive thought pops up in your head. Bad thing might happen, right? Or whatever form your intrusive thoughts take. That is true. You have no say-so over that. Here's the catch, though. Most people do not realize that in that moment, and this applies to feelings too, you could be sitting around and start experiencing anxiety symptoms. Most people do not realize that in that moment they have a choice to go down what we call the rabbit hole or not, right? Is somebody calling me? Most people do not realize that they have that choice, okay? So the rabbit hole is there. Do you want to enter into extra thinking? You can have a thought that says bad thing might happen. You can have a feeling that comes up out of the moment, right? Makes you very anxious, almost panicky. Do you enter into the rabbit hole? What is the rabbit hole? The compulsive habitual thinking that you add to the thought or feeling, right? The habitual thinking. Let me hold on. We got to take care of this real quick. I don't want this to keep going off while we're doing this, so we need to take care of this. All right. There we go. Sorry about that. So, the habitual compulsive thinking that you add to the thoughts and feelings. Most people realize that choice is there. Most people make the choice to go down that rabbit hole, okay? Don't even realize that they have the choice to do that or not to do that. So this is what it looks like. Let's give more examples. We love using examples around here. Examples are the best way to teach, in my opinion. Let's say you're extremely anxious. You got a thought says you're going to go crazy. This is just an example that I use. Literally, this applies to any thought that you have or any feeling that you have. In that moment, you have a split second. It can feel like a split second decision to make. Do I want to add compulsive thinking to that? The compulsive thinking looks like this. Oh God, I'm starting to feel anxious. What do I need to do here? Oh God, I just had that thought that told me I'm going to go crazy. What do I do about that thought? right? Oh God, I just had that thought that this bad thing might happen. Let me try to run through all the different scenarios in my head, the thinking about why that won't happen, or why I hope that won't happen, or what will I do if that does happen, right? This is the rabbit hole. This is all the compulsive thinking that you add to the thoughts and feelings. A lot of people don't even know they're making the choice to go down it. And then once they're in it, they give it so much steam, so much gas, they're not making an effort to try to put the brakes on that. So it's just literally second after second after second compulsive thinking down the rabbit hole. People do this not only over anxiety, not only over intrusive thoughts, but over their life in general. Something can happen in a person's life, right? And from that point forward, it's just compulsively down the rabbit hole, right? Something minor can turn into something huge mentally when you go down that thinking rabbit hole, right? And again, a lot of people don't even know they're doing it. So how does this tie into the two main keys? Well, the two main keys are live your life despite feeling triggered, right? Continue to live your life. Show your brain who's the boss, right? And number two, stop fighting with your thoughts and feelings. Now, when I say stop fighting with your thoughts and feelings, this ties in directly with everything that we just said about the rabbit hole. When you fight with your thoughts and feelings, it means you give in to the compulsive habitual habit of adding thinking, normally very negative thinking, right? Or thinking that is rooted in trying to fight these thoughts and feelings, which just gives them fuel. Some sort of compulsive thinking, right, is the rabbit hole that you go down. And when you do that, you are fighting with your thoughts and feelings. Now, the problem with all of this is that you add this compulsive fuel to these thoughts and feelings. You add this compulsive fuel, and then you wonder why these things dominate your life. Right? You have that thought that says such and such and such. You go down the rabbit hole of compulsive thinking, adding to it, adding to it. It is the same concept, and we did a stream on this once before, and I really, really enjoyed it. It's the same concept as throwing gas on the fire, right? So let's say you've got a fire burning bright, right? You've got a fire burning bright, burning hot, and that fire is not very comfortable to be around. Right? It's not very comfortable to be around that fire. It's not very comfortable to sit around that fire. What does that fire consist of? These anxious symptoms, these intrusive thoughts. Not very comfortable to be around that fire. But here's the problem. When you fall down the rabbit hole of the compulsive thinking, oh God this, oh God that, oh, blah, 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 you never shut up. It's just constantly, blah, 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 constantly. And then you make up excuses. Oh, it's justified to constantly be not even trying to put the brakes on, just constantly blah, 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 with all the thoughts and feelings. What you're essentially doing is you are sitting beside a hot fire that will burn out, even though it's very uncomfortable. It will eventually burn out. But because you're not even trying to attempt to put the brakes on the compulsive rabbit holes, blah, 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 with all the thoughts and feelings, you're just throwing gas, and the fire gets hotter, the fire's continuing to burn, and then you're like, why is this fire not going out? I don't like sitting beside this fire. Throw more gas, blah, 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 throw more gas. Why isn't the fire going out? See, you're continuously feeding these thoughts and these feelings and even these life situations. This does not just apply to symptoms and intrusive thoughts. This applies to life situations. You could have something going on in your life. Compulsively, you sit around going down the rabbit hole all day long. You're throwing gas on that. You're feeding that. So when we say the two main keys, live your life and stop fighting with the thoughts and feelings, the stop fighting with your thoughts and feelings portions of it, right, is where a lot of people tend to get a bit confused. They don't realize that they're continuing to throw the gas on this fire by constantly adding on to these thoughts and feelings, right? So this is what we're referring to when we say the rabbit hole. Anytime you get these thoughts, feelings, or even a life situation, and you continue to add the compulsive thinking, instead of giving an accepting reminder, which is what we call it around here, right? When you just log in up here, with these thoughts and these feelings, or life situations, constantly, compulsively thinking, right? There's a difference between thoughts and thinking. Some people might say, well, I don't know the difference. Well, you're already going down a rabbit hole, right? Okay, you're already going down a rabbit hole. At any given time, you can stop yourself and say, am I in my head with a bunch of compulsive second fear? If so, give yourself an accepting reminder. Go back to living. Rinse and repeat. You catch the worry, cut it short, accepting reminder, go back to living. All right, you guys? So that's what the rabbit hole is. I wanted to describe that because, like I said, new people here on the channel. We don't often get to talk about it. So I want everyone to be super clear on that. So if you did enjoy today's stream, guys, make sure you toss a thumbs up. I really would appreciate it. Again, I just wanted to cover a term that we use around here a lot. And even for people that aren't necessarily new here, it's good to say, hey, are you going down those rabbit holes? You might be a veteran here, but are you going down those rabbit holes? Right? Are you using your accepting reminders? You trying to put some brakes on that and accept the thoughts and feelings? You know, we say that we don't like the word fight around here, but if we had to use it, I would say you are fighting one thing, and that's your habit of logging in up here and fighting with the thoughts and feelings and adding to them and following them and mental blah blah, right? Right? So we accept the thoughts and feelings as they come. We give an accepting reminder. We go back to living. We don't go down those rabbit holes. So hope you guys enjoyed it. We're going to switch on over to Post Stream, man, and see what you guys are up to today. We got some people in chat. We got Kay. What's up, Kay? I used to have physical symptoms and would think thoughts into more panic. Thank God, old news. Exactly. So you get physical symptoms, and you can literally, you know, think yourself into a panic from that point. And that's exactly what we're referring to with the rabbit holes. During our rant, we did get a $30 tip from Chase. Chase, thank you. I think, let me make sure. I don't want to give wrong credit here, but I believe we did get a $30 tip from Chase, and we got a $5 tip from Kay. Thank you guys so much, man. I really do appreciate it. Thank you. Let's add that to our total for today. We are on a 96-day streak. Absolutely insane. What is up, Sherry? Welcome to the stream. Again, man, let's give a huge shout-out in chat. I'm getting tongue-tied. To Chase and Kay. Thank you guys so much. I really do appreciate it. Let's see what else we got here. Medical anxiety. My anxiety has been awful and caused me all kinds of symptoms. Been to the eye doctor and normal doctor, and both said I was fine. So the first thing that most people want to do is, of course, run to the doctor, which I don't disagree with. You know, you should be cleared at least once. But at that point, you got to realize that you are thinking yourself into misery. Oh, there's you a good quote. Write that down. You are thinking yourself into misery. And a lot of people at that point will then say, I don't know how to stop. And I say, well, here, I'm giving you the tools. So when you notice that you are up in your head, okay, fighting with these thoughts and feelings, and fighting is just an umbrella term that kind of covers everything, right? Right? Just kind of covers everything. Thoughts, feelings, fighting, arguing. When you're doing that, we use what we call accepting reminders. Accepting reminders. So, for example, you could say, okay, got that thought, it is what it is. Got that feeling, it is what it is. You know, I don't have to go down the rabbit hole. 1 second, guys. No, what are you doing? Okay, I gotta grab my charger, or I'm not gonna have this headset for very long, so give me 2 seconds. All right, apologies. Apologies, my apologies. I went to grab the charger for the headset and noticed that Nova, for some reason, even though normally she's not a chewer, decided that today of all days, would be a good day to grab a hold of my pillow and begin to chew it. So we had to get that taken care of before I really had a mess to clean up. Apologies, chat. Apologies. And let's see. While I was doing that, while I was away, we got a $50 tip coming in from Truth. Truth, thank you so much, man. I appreciate you. Thank you, Truth. Shout out. Can we get a shout out in chat, guys? I appreciate it. That is amazing. We are moving on. Wow, we are destroying, actually. We are destroying tip goal today and going to 85. You guys know I can't do basic math. We're moving on to a 97-day streak, man. I appreciate you, chat. Let's get some emojis going. Can we get some emojis going in chat? We need some music. It is awkwardly quiet in here. We need some music, chat. I'll try to pick an interesting playlist today. No promises because we don't get a whole lot of choices here. Let's do space lo-fi. Never heard of that. Let's do it.
Donation.
Oh my god. Holy shit. That spooked me a bit, man. That spooked me a bit. It always does. $5 tip. $5 tip coming in from Prince. Prince, thank you so much, dude. That takes us to an even 90. Absolutely insane. Thank you, chat, man. I really appreciate it. Great job remembering to remind people to like the stream lately. Looks like I'm out of a job. Who else has been doing it? Oh, me. You're referring to me. Yeah, no. I've been on my A game recently, Kate. I've been trying. Looks like you're out of a job. No, actually, I need you to continue to do that because I guarantee this will be short-lived. I will forget very, very soon. So I need you around. Okay? I need you in my life, Kate. You can't leave me. Sherry, what is up, Sherry? Hope you're having a great day. Again, man, huge shout out in the chat to all of our tippers today. $90 on the tip goal. We're moving on to a 97-day streak. Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh my God. Denise. It's one of those days, man. It's one of those days where chat is apparently feeling very generous today. Like always, man. Denise coming in with a $50 tip. $50 tip. Says, hey, Wonder Bro, I've been living my life just dropping in to show some, and then her tip note gets cut off there, so we'll just make something up. She's just dropping in to show some love, I assume. Thank you so much, Denise, for the $50 tip. You guys are crazy today, dude. We're moving on to, what is that, chat? $1.40? Insane, man. Thank you, chat. I appreciate you. Show them some love, dude. Show them some love. That's crazy. That's crazy. Thank you, chat. Thank you. Thank you, tippers. Wonderful people. Absolutely, Kate. I couldn't agree more, Kate. Yes, love. Okay, that's what I figured. Your tip note got cut off a little bit there, but yes, I figured that's what you meant. Thank you so much, chat. I appreciate it. Yo, Wonder Bro, put Claire on the screen. Yes, we do have Claire. This is Claire. She needs to make an appearance today since we are talking about, or was talking about, the rabbit hole. There's Claire. Claire only comes out when somebody in chat is currently in the rabbit hole, right? So what we do is we throw Claire on screen and we help this person get out of the rabbit hole. We bring them back to some accepting reminders, get their attention and focus back on living instead of the compulsive fighting with the thoughts and feelings mentally, right? We help them put the brakes on that. Now, that's not an instant process, okay? That's a good point to make, a fair point to make. When you notice that you're in the rabbit hole with, a bunch of compulsive thinking, aka fighting, arguing with, following all the thoughts and feelings instead of just living. When you notice you're doing that, you start to use some accepting reminders and shift the focus back to living. Now, when you do that, that's not an instant process. Sometimes you can only begin to put the brakes on, right? So let's say you've been in the rabbit hole for a hot minute over a certain thought or a certain feeling or whatever the case may be, and you become aware of this. You're going to start using the advice. You use some accepting reminders, all right? You're starting to put the brakes on. How many people have ever seen a train in their life? A train with a full head of steam. Takes a minute, doesn't it? Takes a minute. Takes a minute once you put those brakes on for that train to come to a complete stop. So just because you get out of the rabbit hole or you start to put the brakes on the rabbit hole, right? Accepting reminders, accept these thoughts, accept these feelings, whatever your reminders are. You're focusing on living. That's the two main keys right there. As you start to do this, it takes a minute, right, for that train to come to a complete full stop. So don't let the fact that the thought is still there or the feeling is still there or whatever the situation may be, don't let those facts stop you from putting the brakes on, right? A lot of people say, well, Wonder Bro, I'm living my life. I'm trying to, right? I'm living my life. When I get these thoughts, I'm using accepting reminders. I'm not adding to them, not following them as deeply anymore, but they're still around, and I say they're supposed to be. Takes a minute for a train to come to a full stop. Takes a minute for a fire to burn out even after you stop adding the wood, right? Right? Can you see the analogies here? So don't let that suck you back into more compulsive thinking. Don't let that happen. So there's Claire. Claire, thank you for stopping by today. I appreciate your appearance. We're going to put you back wherever you come from. Thank you guys again for all the love today, dude. That's crazy, man. I really do appreciate it, chat. Really, really do appreciate it. You have no idea. So cute, yet so dangerous. Can be very, very time consuming to be down that rabbit hole, but not only that, very stressful. Very stressful. Here's a good little piece of advice for you, chat. Not every thought has to be followed up with. Right? That's another way. We put it a million different ways around here, but that's another way you can put it. Not every thought has to be followed up with. And if you're going to follow up with a thought, it should probably just be what? An accepting little reminder, right? And then we go back to doing what? Living. Two main keys right there. So when you see the bunny, you know it ain't funny. Who would have thought that along with being a stand-up comedian, that Sky would also be a rapper? Who would have imagined? Who would have imagined? Huge shout out again, man, to Kay, to Truth, Prince, Denise. I didn't miss. Oh, Chase. Almost missed somebody. There we go. Huge shout out, guys. I appreciate it. Let's see. While we've got a break in the chat for a second, let's go ahead and drop us a nice little link here. The music that we're currently listening to in stream is from another live stream, Space Lo-Fi or something it's called. And I just about dropped the link to my Discord in that chat instead of my own chat. That would have been lovely. That would have been lovely. There we go. Hey, I don't want to speak too soon, right? I don't want to speak too soon because I feel like I always jinx myself when I do this, but we're going to do it anyway. We're going to do it anyway. It is officially almost 5 p.m., right? I've been up since this morning. You know what that means, chat? My God, you're probably so sick of hearing it. That means my sleep schedule is decent. Like, it's good. I don't want to jinx myself. So I'm just going to say it quickly. My sleep schedule is decent. We'll see what happens. We'll see what happens. Yeah, and you're not the only one, Truth. In a reply to your comment here, you're not the only one who gets sucked into, which I don't know if this is true for you now. Of course, it was true for you at some point, or you wouldn't be here. But you're not the only one who the physical symptoms is what leads to the rabbit hole. We discussed this stream what the rabbit hole is. It is all that compulsive negative thinking that you add to the feeling, that you add to the thought, that you add to the situation, right? So I don't know if this is true for you any longer now that you know the advice, but you're not the only one who the physical symptoms is what really leads to the rabbit hole. Some people struggle more with, and the intrusive thoughts lead to the rabbit hole, or both the feelings and the thoughts. Some people that are not sensitized, they have a lot of rabbit holes over their life, right? Leads to that compulsive negative thinking. Whatever the case may be, right? The fire is still uncomfortable, okay, and can be, right? Especially during the healing process. So we will never take away from you the fact that, yes, the fire is indeed uncomfortable. We'll never take that away from you because we know it is. We know these thoughts are not exactly cheery. We know these symptoms are not exactly comfortable. Who would want, some of these symptoms? They're not exactly the funnest thing in the world, right? Some can even be painful. So we're not taking that away from you. We're not saying, how dare you find these feelings uncomfortable. No, we're not taking that away from you. What we are saying is, though, although, yes, the fact remains that these thoughts are not exactly happy thoughts and these feelings are not exactly happy feelings, we get that. But whether or not you add gas to that fire is a choice. And it's a choice that if you make the wrong one and you do go down those compulsive rabbit holes, it just leads to more stress. It leads to the suffering, right? It leads to the sensitized boat, which is, what people find themselves in, because you're just throwing gas on an already hot fire and it's getting hotter and hotter and hotter and it's burning you more and more and more, right? Now, that's why I love the fire analogy. You're going to have to sit by that fire until it does burn out, which means you're going to have the uncomfortable feelings, painful feelings. Some of them are, like I said, even painful. You're going to have the not so happy thoughts, right? You're going to have this until the fire burns out. But your job is to no longer be gassing it. So you see what we're getting at there. Yes, you got to be with it. Yes, we're not going to lie to you. It's not the funnest thing in the world. But that still doesn't take away from the fact that we do not want to be adding wood to that fire, because not only is that pointless, it's pointless to keep gassing the fire, isn't it? Not only is that pointless, but it's very, very stressful, right? It's very, very stressful. Very, very stressful. And, like I said, a lot of people don't even realize that they have this habit of the compulsive thinking, that they add to the thoughts, add to the feelings, add to the situations. But that's where the accepting reminders come into play. You catch yourself doing it, accepting reminder, you put the brakes on. Still takes a minute for that train to stop, but you're no longer adding, you're catching it. Even though it's very tempting to go down these rabbit holes, you're catching it, you're doing your thing, right? You're doing your thing. All right, guys, give me just a second, and I will be right back. Going to get something to drink and take a quick little potty break, but it'll only take me a minute, and I'll be right back. Alright, sorry about that, chat. I know we've had several interruptions today. My apologies. We normally don't have any interruptions. We normally don't get to use that BRB screen, but I don't think you guys mind because everyone finds that song very, very catchy. Let's see, I'm not asking for advice or anything, just saying that I have been stuck in quarantine for a whole week, and now I have to stay another week. I've run out of things to do. I'm bored. Understandable. Understandable. You know, and I know you didn't ask for advice, but that does go back to everything that we talk about here. Sometimes we face life situations that aren't exactly ideal, right? And you're facing a life situation that isn't exactly ideal. Remember to keep afloat. Remember that you don't have to go down the rabbit holes. Remember that not every thought has to be followed up with a bunch of compulsive negative thinking. Not every feeling, even the feeling of boredom, doesn't have to be followed up with a bunch of compulsive negative thinking, right? Stay on top of that. Use the accepting reminders instead, and focus on living. The two main keys right there. Like I said, I know you didn't ask for advice, but you know, I'm in an advice-giving mood today, so I'm gonna give it to you anyway. Let's see, chat. Let's see here. How are you doing today, Truth? Yeah, no rabbit holes, just bored, maybe depressed. Oh, I'm tempted. I'm tempted to throw Claire on screen. Oh, I think I'm going to do it. We're going to throw Claire on screen. We got somebody in the rabbit hole. They said no rabbit holes, but then they went on and they put the label of depressed on themselves. I'm only doing this to you because I love you so much. Do not put that label on yourself. Trust me. Trust me, man. Take it from me. Like I said, I love you so much. I don't want to see you do it to yourself. That's why we threw Claire up on screen. I know you said no rabbit holes, but then you did go on to turn that boredom into maybe I'm depressed. That's the beginning of a rabbit hole, so before you go down it, we're going to throw Claire up here, rabbit hole alert, and we're going to pull you out. We're going to pull you out. So, yeah, you're bored. You're unmotivated. Who wouldn't be after being in quarantine for a week, going on 2 weeks, right? You're bored. You're unmotivated, probably feeling a bit lazy, right? That's okay. We can accept those feelings, but we don't want to go down the rabbit hole of maybe I'm developing depression, right? Ooh, that's, oof, oof. We had to throw Claire up on screen for that one. I wasn't going to do it. But I have to do it because we don't want to go down that rabbit hole. You're bored, you're unmotivated, you're in quarantine, but we don't have to go down the rabbit hole of, okay, maybe I'm depressed, right? We don't want to go there because that could lead to a lot of compulsive negative thinking, and we want to stay out of that. So, Claire, thank you for stopping by. Go back to your, the hole you came out of, right? Right. Go back to the hole you came out of. So, just a little example, right? Just a little example. And the main reason, I'll be honest with you, the main reason I wanted to take advantage of that example was not because you necessarily said anything wrong, but because we are talking about the rabbit hole today, and we're trying to explain to mostly the newcomers or even the veterans it could benefit. We're mostly trying to explain to people what that rabbit hole is today. So I wanted to take advantage of that example. There we go. There we go. Let's see. Did I miss any comments during all these interruptions that I've had today? I don't think so. I think we're good. I think we're caught up. Think we're good. Thank you again, man. Thank you again to all the tippers today. I really appreciate it, guys. You guys have no idea how much that means to me. I really do appreciate it and love each and every one of you. You're like a family, man. You're like a family to me. Good stream today, guys. Good stream. Give yourselves a big pat on the back. I appreciate the crap out of that. Bum, bum, bum. Bum, 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 bum. I'm alive. Some days that's all you can be, right? I'm alive today. And that's okay. That's okay. As long as we're not down any rabbit holes, that's okay. You're allowed to feel the way that you feel. You're allowed to feel the way that you feel and then make the choices that benefit you from that point. But you are allowed to feel the feeling. Now, are you allowed to not live and go down rabbit holes? And no, we don't allow that. But we do allow you to feel however it is that you feel. We're going to drop that Discord link again in chat for anybody who may want it. Fuck it, I'm going to shave. There you go. That's an idea. That's an idea. I just shaved yesterday, but it seems like I have to shave my neck beard at least once a day. I'm not even joking. At least once a day. We've got that rapid hair growth going on the face. Like my body's weird. You guys don't need to know that, but my body's weird. Like I don't have like a hairy fucking back or anything, but my face, the way that I grow a beard, my facial hair, it's just if I don't shave at least once a day, the shit's already stubbly and like 5 o'clock shadow by the next day. Like legit. What's up, Summer? Welcome to the stream. I hope you're doing great today. We're having a pretty chill stream today. I feel good about it. Also, I don't say this as often as I probably should, but if you're not subscribed, man, if you're not subscribed, make sure you hit that subscribe button. It doesn't take but a second, right? And it really does help me out. Helps the channel grow, man. Everything you guys do, whether it's subscribing, especially subscribing, whether it's just watching the content or throwing some likes at my streams, right? Comments, anything and everything that you guys do that is considered interaction with the channel helps the channel grow. It really does affect the algorithm. I don't know how the algorithm works. I just know that the more you interact with the channel in whatever ways that you interacted with the channel with, right, helps the channel grow. What happens when we help the channel grow? We get this advice out to more people that need it, man. More people that need it. So if you're like me, and sometimes you just feel especially lazy, you don't really want to, it's a little bit too much effort to toss a like to the stream. Think about it like that. Think about it like that, man. There's people out there that need this shit, and the more we blow this shit up, the more we get this shit out there, the more those people that desperately need this shit can get this shit. All right? So think about it like that. You know, it might make you feel good about yourself, and you should. You should feel good about yourself because you're amazing, and you're awesome, and I do appreciate all of the support. Your little thumbs up could be the difference in the algorithm of whether this video reaches that person that needs it, man. Think about it like that. Doing much better lately, making slow progress. Slow progress is progress. We don't even need the word slow there. Progress is progress, right? Pat yourself on the back. I hope you're enjoying your walk, Sky. I should take more of those. Maybe I could lose this gut. Maybe I could work on losing this gut if I would take more of those. It's been too chilly here recently. Even if I did want to take a walk, man, it's been too chilly. Way too chilly for all that. Which I will say today has been probably the warmest day that we've had in a while, but it's still pretty cold. It's like in the 30s. So warmest day in a while, but I don't know. Pretty damn chilly still yet. Pretty damn chilly. I'm not even going to attempt to pronounce that second word there, Sky. I'll be honest with you. Thanks to all your advice. It's working. It's working, and you're making progress. I want you to drop the word slow from now on, and I just want you to be proud of how far you've come, because that's all you should be. All you should be is proud of yourself. No one ever said breaking these bad habits would be easy. No one ever said reminding yourself to stay out of the rabbit holes with these accepting reminders would be easy. Nobody ever said breaking the habit of worry would be easy. Right? Nobody ever said anything about easy. So the fact that you're making progress, no matter how slow you think that progress might be, that deserves all the props in the world. You're tackling one of the more difficult things to do in this life, right? You're breaking the human condition of compulsive, repetitive worry, right? So you should absolutely be proud of yourself, no matter how slow you think that progress is. Hey, I appreciate that, Truth. Men always have the best hair and eyelash growth, no fair. Yeah, like, I mean, I don't get much hair growth anywhere else. It's just my face, and it's outrageous. I have to shave at least once a day if I want to stay baby smooth. At least once a day. Alright, guys. Alright, guys. I got some food coming, man. It should be here any minute. I'm starving, man. I'm hungry today. So I feel like this is a good point to kind of slow it down here and start to wind up. At my local bookstore shopping for a book 2 weeks ago. I was peeing in a bottle, too afraid to leave my room. Dude, I've been there with the peeing in bottles thing, man, so I completely understand that. No shame there. But my God, look at the progress. Keep it up, dude. You deserve all the props in the world. And you have yourself to thank for that. I'm just pointing you guys in the right direction. If you put in that work, and you stay consistent with that work, no longer going down these mental rabbit holes and instead just accepting these thoughts and feelings, calling yourself out on it when you do start to go down the rabbit hole, right? Putting the brakes on that. You put in that work, you should be proud of yourself. I'm just pointing you in the right direction. If you do the work, you deserve the props, all right? I love you guys so very, very much. We're going to get our song on, man. This stream definitely deserves the song today, so we're going to get that going in the background here. If I could find the playlist. Don't tell me they removed it. They didn't remove it, did they? Nah. It should be here. Here it is. All right, guys, so we're going to wind it down here. My food should be showing up any minute now. Thank you so much for a great, great stream. Let's get this song going. I love you guys, man, more than you'll ever know. And until next time, as always, stay awesome.
Did it die? I'm a stone cold killer, I'm a billionaire. I got my own gold digger. If I wasn't this way, I'd rather die. Did it die? Wait. Did it die? Wait. Did it die? Whatever you want, I'll be whatever you want. Just tell me you love me or not, whatever it costs. I know I'm talking a lot, there's something I gotta get off. Don't wanna be this no more, I don't wanna drink no more. Always gotta do the most, thinking that I'm insecure. Really should've listened more, but I don't, of course. I'm an asshole, I'm a good guy, I'm your best friend, I'm the worst type. Tell you everything that you heard right, just so I can fuck on the first night. Feel like I'm losing hope, running from coast to coast. I don't know where to go, this all I've ever known. I'm a stone cold killer, I'm a billionaire. I got my own gold digger. If I wasn't this way, I'd rather die. No. Did it die? Wait. Did it die? Wait. Did it die? I'm a stone cold killer, I'm a billionaire. I got my own gold digger. If I wasn't this way, I'd rather die. Won't die. Did it die? Wait. Did
My mama be worried, I told her stop. They know I did drugs and think that I'm off. Little do they know I never could stop. My manager hate when I'm pulling up late. Back on my bullshit, she think it's a phase. I got relations I gotta maintain. I'm two different people, my side and my main. Yeah, I'm sober, I'm an addict, I'm a lowlife, I got habits, but I refuse to be average. Really so tired of acting. Don't know what I miss no more. Too bad you don't hit me more. I'm bad when I get too bored. Careful what you wishing for.
I'm a stone cold killer. I'm a billionaire. I got my own gold digger. If I